This is WCPS One-on-One on the Washington County Public Schools YouTube channel. I'm Will Kaufman from the Public Information Office of Washington County Public Schools, joined by our Director of Human Resources, Laura Francisco, to talk about an area of focus that has received a lot of attention in recent times, certainly, with a new development, which makes it sound like breaking news. Laura, tell us about an ad hoc committee that's being formed.
The board recently decided to look into forming this ad hoc committee on diversity, kind of growing out of the diversity task force that was a superintendent initiative, but did not have any formal board link or action associated with it. So they wanted to formalize it a little bit, I think, in order to provide more focus and support from the board. So they are forming this ad hoc committee. Applications are open now until November 28th. Anyone who's interested can apply via a form on the board's website. And we're looking for, obviously a diverse group of people and viewpoints and perspectives to help us talk about how we move this initiative forward and how we continue the focus on diversity. And we're talking about areas including recruitment and retention, obviously, of a diverse workforce, but also things like closing the achievement gap and equity amongst our students. So there's a charge that's also been drafted and approved by the board, and that is on the website as well and can be viewed when people apply.
I know some of the initial material that went out regarding this committee and the potential membership of it had some general parameters on maybe better bets for membership on this. Folks with particular kinds of backgrounds. Not that it's not open potentially to anyone, but maybe some folks who have had a little bit of experience in the area, have some awareness in the areas of diversity.
We did ask on the application some questions about what people's backgrounds and experiences might be and what brings them to want to participate. We definitely encourage members of the current task force to apply because they've had something that drew them to the task force in the first place, but then potentially, depending on how long they've been with us, 2 or more years serving on that group. So it makes sense, but we're also looking for people who may be linked to the faith-based community, to business leaders, elected officials from other entities. We really want a broad perspective because there is a large variety of issues that we'd like to discuss.
You and Dr. Peggy Pugh from the instructional side of the house will be part of the group, but only as...
I think we're kind of the facilitators of the work. We are not considered in the 15 members that are being selected. We are ex officio, so we're outside of that 15, but we're there to help facilitate and I think keep on track and make sure we meet the charge that the board put forward.
Right. What's the timeline? How does this go from here?
The application will close down on November 28th. We will present names of recommended members to the board at their December 13th meeting, and then we will begin work in earnest in January. The interim report is due to the board, I think June 30th, and then the full report December 31st of 2017. The board always has the prerogative to extend that timeline if they feel that it's necessary, depending on what's coming out of the work, but that's what's currently slated.
How much difference do you think the work will be from what has come out of the task force, from what your office has done, studied over this period of time?
Well, I think there will be some overlap naturally because we have been talking about this topic and we need to be talking about this topic, but the charge is pretty specific in terms of what kind of practices and recommendations the committee should look at and come up with for both that interim report and that final report. So I think I hope there will be a set of concrete recommendations that the board can then look at and say, yes, we want to pursue this, or no, we can't pursue this at this time.
Right. Anybody who's interested as a potential candidate for the committee can again go to the website, information is there, or could call. Certainly could call Human Resources, could call Deb Chakovic with the board and put their interest forward. They will eventually have to complete that application just as a matter of process, but they could certainly call to express their interest and then get more information. Okay. Laura Francisco, our Director of Human Resources for Washington County Public Schools. This is WCPS One-on-One on the Washington County Public Schools YouTube channel.